Hi everyone, this is Amanda Montanez. Michael Williams and I will be going over the Agriculture Improvement Act of 2018 in this video. This bill is better known as the Farm Bill, and it reauthorizes programs in the Department of Agriculture. And we'll be going over a summary, each title of the bill, as well as what you can do to support the bill.
And so the Farm Bill is a multi-year law that governs an array of agricultural and food programs. And it's omnibus in nature, meaning that it is composed of a lot of smaller bills. So it's one massive bill that covers a lot of topics. And this is good because if a single bill was passed alone, say, for example, a bill that creates policies that advocates for cheap harvesting equipment, it might have a much more difficult time getting passed in Congress by itself, as opposed to being roped into the Farm Bill, where there's a lot more interest groups, a lot more support that would want that giant bill to be passed. And so the Farm Bill is composed of 12 titles or sort of sections, and each one of these is a different area of agricultural production. The Farm Bill was most recently enacted in 2018 and expires in 2023. And it's renewed every 5 to 6 years. And this is good because it allows policymakers to sort of reassess the economy and the needs of farmers and consumers. Some of the authorized programs, they fall under two different categories. The first one is mandatory, and that's where funds are directly authorized and allocated within the Farm Bill. And there's discretionary, where someone, a congressional appropriator, will have to actually designate money sort of manually to a specific program. Okay, so for funding, the most recent bill was authorized $428 billion for the mandatory programs over its 5-year duration, and it's estimated that $867 billion for mandatory programs over this bill and the next bill that ends in 2028. And so these are the list of the key stakeholders and groups that would have an interest in passing the bill. The ones that are bolded there are the ones that are most likely important to a dietitian or anyone who's concerned with nutrition. And so Title I covers commodity programs. It authorizes support programs for dairy, sugar, grain, oilseed, which consists of like peanut oil, rapeseed oil, soybean oil, and pulse crops, which are any legume. And so commodity, what that really means is that these are crops that are used a lot in our economy. So this title ensures that farmers will be able to produce the food with a financial safety net. And so these are some of the major programs authorized under Title I. They all do the same thing. They insure farmers for production of commodities. And with these programs, farmers are reimbursed whenever the revenue from their crops is less than a specified amount, or when their margin is negative based on their county and the crop that they are growing.
Title II is conservation. This title authorizes programs that provide assistance to agricultural producers in addressing environmental resource concerns on their land. One of the ways this is done is by providing regulations and guidelines on how long the land should be used before it has to be retired. It helps the environment by ensuring that we don't overuse our farmland. Title III is trade. This addresses agricultural export and international food assistance programs. The Agricultural Trade Promotion and Facilitation Program was just authorized $255 million for market development and export promotion, and Food for Peace is the primary U.S. international food assistance program. Title IV is nutrition. One of the largest programs in this title is SNAP, or the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. These are some figures about SNAP. The maximum allowed income is $1,755 a month for a one-person household, and for every additional person in the household, you add $616 of allowed income. And the maximum benefits a one-person household can get is $234 a month, and you can add $176 per additional person in that household. The funds are typically placed in an electronic benefit transfer card, or an EBT card. The state of Texas uses the Lone Star card. Some more regulations regarding who can receive SNAP benefits. Currently, unemployed adults aged 18 to 49 can receive benefits for up to 3 months every 3 years. The time limit can be extended for adults who work at least 20 hours a week and earn below the specified household income. Every state has its own rules regarding the time period for assistance depending on unemployment rates and state policy. For example, Texas does not allow for time waivers, whereas New Mexico allows waivers in the entire state, and California allows for waivers in certain parts of the state. Another program funded by Title IV is the Gus Schumacher Nutrition Incentive Program. This is a $50 million grant program that encourages SNAP participants to purchase fruits and vegetables by reducing their purchase cost. It also funds a produce prescription program where participants with diet-related health problems get a prescription for produce from their healthcare provider and can get the food from partnering food banks, community organizations, or farmers markets. The last program funded by Title IV is the Emergency Food Assistance Program. This one supports state-level emergency feeding organizations by providing food and direct funding to nonprofit organizations that provide food. Title V is credit. It offers direct government loans to farmers and ranchers and guarantees on private lenders' loans. This provides the criteria for the amounts of farming experience and acreage required to be eligible for USDA farm loan programs, and it also specifies the maximum loan size for those guaranteed loans.
All right, Title VI is rural development, and it focuses on improving the quality of life of rural communities, which includes farmers because many farmers do not live close to major cities. This title authorizes several programs that cover different areas related to basic living needs, such as access to health care, access to reliable internet services, and it also assists with community improvement related to the establishment of community facilities. Some examples would be hospitals, child care services, public libraries, things that are or may be difficult for rural communities to access. All right, so Title VII is research, extension, and related matters. And these are the programs authorized through this title, and essentially they all just support agricultural research and education. Title VIII covers forestry, and it supports and funds forestry management programs that are run or partnered with the USDA's Forest Service, and a couple of those include the National Forest Foundation Healthy Forest Reserve Program. All right, Title IX covers energy, and this title authorizes programs that support sustainable energy. And, one example would be farmers who use or who create biofuels like corn ethanol. Title X is horticulture, and horticulture is all about specialty crops. And so this title supports specialty crops through a range of initiatives. It also provides support to organic farmers and to local farmers markets through the local agricultural market program. Title XI is for crop insurance, and so this offers subsidized insurance policies to farmers to protect against losses in yield, crop revenue, or whole farm revenue. And so this is a little different than the commodity insurance that we covered earlier. This covers everything, all crops. So something of note is the most recent Farm Bill added hemp as an eligible crop for federal crop insurance. Title 12 is just miscellaneous. It's just kind of a catch-all for everything that didn't fall under the other titles. It covers a wide array of issues, including livestock, agricultural and food defense, historically underserved producers, and other general provisions that include animal cruelty and illegal meat production. And so we have the question, should we support the Farm Bill? And the answer is yes, if you support any of the following listed there on the slide. If we're concerned about the nutritional quality and health of lower income families, the physical, mental, financial health of our farmers, combating illegal meat products in our stores, sustainability, and taking care of the environment, or organic food production and research. All right, so what can we do? We can call, we can email, or we can snail mail our local representative and state our issue of interest and our position regarding that issue. Or alternatively, we can join an advocacy group or organization that supports our interests. And so we wanted to put this slide on here just to show you how easy it is to advocate to your local representative. Feeding America is a program that works with food banks, and they're partnered with the Emergency Food Assistance Program and Commodity Supplemental Food Program. And on their website, they have a template that you can just put in your name, your address, city, and state, and it auto-generates this email that you can send off to your local representative.
This concludes our presentation on the Agriculture Improvement Act of 2018. We hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.